weather together.
A crash with police activity on the southern state moving westbound, right around the Meadowbrook State Parkway, and you've got jam-ups at Newbridge Road. So your best bet is to use Hempstead Turnpike or the Sunrise Highway to get around that until it's completely cleared away. And our river crossings are looking much better. The George coming inbound to the upper deck about 30 minutes, the lower deck coming in 15. Going out, minor delays. Hudson Kids looking okay. In 10 to 15 minutes in both directions. We have problems going Westchester County. A truck hit the bridge on the northbound side of the Hutch right around King Street. And then on the southbound Hutch before North Street, you've got a crash blocking the lane of traffic. Moving to Rockland County, a two-car hit on the southbound thruway right around Airmont Road with stop-and-go traffic starting right around 287. And New Jersey Transit is offering free rides on all modes of transportation all this coming week as a thank you. And I'm Susan Browning in the WCBS Traffic Center.
And we'll be left with a mostly clear sky for tonight. Down to 69 in Midtown, low 60s in some suburbs. Tomorrow, partly sunny, warm and humid. A few more in the way of showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. It'll be most widespread across Connecticut. The high tomorrow, 85. Then mostly clear for tomorrow night. Down to 69, very warm and humid Tuesday. Some sun up to 88. And then hot and steamy Wednesday. A thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening up to 93. And not as hot for Thursday.
When you need to know why, when it matters most. This is WCBS 880 News. Your trusted source for news, traffic, weather, and every Mets game. This is WCBS and WCBS-FM HD2 New York. Is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Michael Toscano. Hurricane Hone is passing just south of Hawaii, leaving behind up to a foot of rain in some areas. Hawaii County Mayor Mitch Roth has an update.
Still a lot of things going on in the county. We still have a lot of closures. A lot of our beach parks are closed. We have a whole bunch of roads. I think on the hazard map, we're showing about 21 roads throughout the county that have been closed.
The rain has been heavy enough for the National Weather Service to cancel red flag fire warnings for the entire Hawaiian island chain. Heavy rain in Nevada's Black Rock Desert caused a delay at the Burning Man Festival, but that hasn't dampened Dane Nielsen's attitude as he makes his way there.
It's rained out there before. It's not a big problem. I mean, it's an issue this moment, but it'll be fine in 7 hours, whatever.
Hezbollah launched hundreds of rockets and drones at Israel early today, and Israel's military said it sent around 100 jets to strike Lebanese sites it says were being prepared for more attacks against Israeli territory. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb is in Tel Aviv.
It's rained out there before.
Well, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised Israel's military for successfully intercepting the attack. He also warned it wasn't what he called the final word. Kim Gattas is a contributing writer at The Atlantic and author of Black Wave.
It's going to take a lot of effort to try to make sure it doesn't turn into an all-out war.
The Seattle-Tacoma International Airport is telling travelers to use their airline apps to generate boarding passes and bag tags online. The airport is still dealing with system outages after a suspected cyber attack. KIRO TV reporter Debbie Horn has more.
Lance Little runs SEA Airport. He says they are working to mitigate the impact of the attack, but concedes some operations are still not working.
We know we need people ready to help passengers locate current gate, flight time, and bag claim information. We have many volunteers on site. We're in bright green colors.
Still running smoothly, however, is TSA.
The CDC is now tracking a nationwide spike in COVID cases that is only expected to grow with the coming cold and flu season. CBS News Los Angeles' Jeff Wynn reports.
I tested positive for COVID about a week ago.
Quentin Bastian masked up to spend time with friends in Southern California following his recent COVID isolation.
I didn't want to spread it, and wearing a mask is not that hard.
The CDC says COVID-19 infections are currently growing or likely growing in 27 states.
If we look at past years, what we've seen in terms of COVID-19 surges, we can expect to see a little bit of a plateau for the next few weeks.
This is CBS News.
I can't speak for myself. My parents split when I was 11. We split Christmas, and when I was at Dad's house, he gave me a clock. And this one had a beam at the top that shined the time onto the ceiling. of the car at WCBS to make sure the time was exactly right. And I listened, and before long, I became hooked. As a 12, 13-year-old. When I was 14, my dad drove me to the radio station in New York City during morning rush hour traffic. And he introduced me to the place I'm now signing off in 2024. Hey, Martell, here's your last request. Chris Olivero, Ben Meverek, Ivan Lee, our bosses pushed for and got the authority to have a last show. That's something very rare. I thank them for that. And I thank my dad for driving me into New York City in 1978. Parents, you never know what impact these random acts of love and attention may have on your children. I'm Wayne Cabot, and for the final time, this is WCBS, New York.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Puts their lead over the Braves in the NL East to 6 after Atlanta's loss to Washington. Royals and Astros played in Sunday Night Baseball. Houston salvaged a split in a 4-game series in Baltimore, winning by a count of 6-3. The Orioles got a game and a half back of the Yankees. That's because Aaron Judge hit his 50th and 51st home runs of the year as the Yankees rolled past the Rockies 10-3. The Diamondbacks have now won 6 in a row. They finished off the streak of the White Sox with a 7-5 victory. So we then two back in first place Dodgers in the NL West. LA beat Tampa 3-1. Lake Mary, Florida's Little League World Series champion. They gave a dramatic fashion falling behind to turn back to win 2-1 in 8 innings.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Monday, college football is underway, and I'm going to tell you who the biggest threat is to Ohio State and Georgia. It's in Sports Tonight, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPN Now.
Well, we got Monday morning at 6 o'clock on DBH on Rothenberg. We break down the Jets and Giants previews, and the Yankees and the Mets as well. It's Monday at 6 on ESPN.
This is Game Night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Listening to Game Night on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and Sirius XM Channel 80. Harrison Stanford and Jonathan Zaslow with you. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. If you want to tap in with us throughout the course of the night, 1-888-729-3776, 1-888-ESPN. And week 0 has come to a close. We saw a top 25 defeat, Georgia Tech getting a last-second field goal to take down number 10, which we don't expect to be number 10 anymore, Florida State.